On the 34th World Day of the Sick, Pope Leo lit a candle at the miniature replica of the famous Lourdes Grotto in the Vatican Gardens. Each year, the day is celebrated on the feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, whose shrine in France is dedicated to the compassionate accompaniment of the sick and suffering. After the Virgin Mary appeared to 14-year-old Bernadette in 1858, Lourdes quickly became associated with healing, as Mary directed Bernadette to dig a spring which became a source of spiritual and, in some cases, physical healing. Since the apparitions, more than 7,000 cases of healing have been reported at the shrine. 72 of those have been recognized as miraculous by the Church.
This accompaniment is truly at the heart of what is lived at the Shrine of Lourdes, because it fully corresponds to the message of the Virgin Mary to Bernadette, to be close to those who appear before us.
The strength to welcome and accompany the sick and suffering Father Dauban shared with EWTN comes from faith, a faith that's strengthened by God and by those who suffer themselves.
I think that the sick teach us patience, they teach us faith, they teach us humility and simplicity. When we serve the sick, we become more authentic. And I believe that in our world, we truly need this truth in our relationships with one another.
The theme of this year's World Day of the Sick is the compassion of the Samaritan, loving by bearing another's pain. It presents the Good Samaritan as a model for Christians living in a society marked by haste and indifference, and it highlights the concrete gestures of closeness that love needs in order to grow. While the entire Universal Church observes the day, Pope Leo has announced that it would be celebrated in a particularly solemn way in his home diocese of Chiclayo in Peru.
I unite myself spiritually with all those who are gathering today in Chiclayo, Peru, to solemnly celebrate the World Day of the Sick, and I entrust everyone, especially the sick and their families, to the maternal protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
For the solemn occasion, the Holy Father sent Cardinal Michael Czerny, prefect of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, as his special envoy to the Shrine of Our Lady of Peace in the Diocese of Chiclayo. Visiting hospitals, patients, and healthcare staff, he thanked all those who serve through their hands, mind, and heart.
The key message is you can and should be a Samaritan in such a way that we stop thinking about it, worrying about it, and complaining about it, and instead reach out, take the first step, and recognize that somebody around us who's suffering needs us.
In Rome, Bénédicte Cedergren for EWTN News Nightly.